Hey guys, it's Alex here, and I'm back with the FM investigation for this youth challenge sort of thing. Done another 2 years within 2020 now. Just going to go through the first season, the 2018-2019 season of the Premier League. And as you can see, there are some changes going on, actually. As you can see, Liverpool, for the first time won the league, but they only won by 8 goals over Southampton, who are really starting to push for that Premier League now with their amazing youth academy. Man City, Chelsea, and Arsenal dropping down. Fulham, not so good a year in sixth. West Brom pushing up. Man U dropping down quite a bit. Crew are in ninth now, top 10, doing very well. Birmingham, Wolves, Coventry doing not bad. Middlesbrough, Derby, and Watford get relegated. If we go to Championship, well, actually, no, go back to the Premier League for a second. Um, so if we now, yeah, if we just go through the leagues. Yeah, let's go through the leagues first. Um, so last year's one, Leeds, Reading, and Nottingham Forest got promoted. Everton actually not doing getting re-promoted along with Newcastle is still up there. Stoke mid-table along with Cardiff mid-table. Um, who else is down there? No one, no Premier League clubs. Brentford are up in the Championship along with Walsall. Palace are down there actually. Oldham are up in Championship. League One, Chester getting promoted. They're making a climb actually. Then along with Carlisle and Colchester. Then Norwich in League One there. QPR League One, Brighton League One. Uh, Hull get relegated from League One into League Two there, which is a bit crazy. Tranmere, Preston, and Torquay also get relegated. Then Sky Bet League Two, Halifax actually win that. Which is they're making a bit of a climb. Blackpool go back up to League One. Shrewsbury and Southend go up. Any big teams down here? No. Cambridge and York go down, and then Squirrel Premier, Telford and Gateshead go up. Eastleigh, Dagenham, Redbridge, Barrow and Burton go down. Squirrel North, Grimsby, AFC Hyde, Harrogate, Southport, and Guiseley. Oh, Field, AFC Field, not Hyde. And then I haven't seen them. I don't even know who they are. Squirrel South, Bromley and Billericay go up. Sutton United, Maidenhead and Basingstoke go down. So if we go back, FA Cup was won by Wigan that year. 3-2 against Aston Villa in the final. The semis were there was Wigan actually. Did they win it? They won it. The Championship club win it. So there's a bit of a shock there. And then the Capital One Cup, Tottenham won it in the end against Chelsea. So if we go back to the Premier League and go for this year, and we can go through things a bit more thoroughly. And as you can see, Southampton win the Premier League. First time a team that isn't sort of the big teams has won it. Well, if you can call Liverpool big team, controversial. But Southampton, Liverpool go top. They get Champions League. Then Man U and Chelsea, second and third and fourth. I mean, Man City, Fulham, Coventry are moving up into the spots there. Swansea, Arsenal dropped down along with Tottenham. Blackburn, West Brom. Crew is still sitting in mid-table at the moment. They kind of dropped from last year. Then Sunderland, Leeds, and Reading go down. If we look at player stats, actually, there's still some players like Robinson, Van Ginkel, but mostly, well, Enriquez actually, Woodrow, Harry Kane, Andre Brown, Roy Donnelly. The goal scorers are still, it seems, the real players, while the regens are getting in the other sort of things like Conway from Crew got the most assists. If we click on his name, yep, he is a young centre mid. He's only 22 for Crew, so he's definitely been doing well there. Hewitt, Ford, Bowery, Ben Marshall for Blackburn. Is he no, he's actually a real player. If we look at awards, we can see the Golden Glove for last year went to Ryan Fulton from Liverpool, and then Bill Thorne, a regen at Arsenal, and then Elliot Parish from Coventry. And then this year, Gazaniga for Southampton, David Cornell for Swansea, and Delach for Chelsea. Then we go Footballer of the Year. Stephen Hewitt has won it both years running, which is a bit crazy. He's now 22. He's probably one of the best regens to come through so far. Manager of the Year went to Steve McLaren at Liverpool, and then Malcolm Mackay at Southampton. Players Player went to Van Ginkel both years, who's really been a very good player for Chelsea. Players Team of the Year, if we go to 2018-19, you got Ryan Fulton, Dale Mason from Birmingham, who's a regen. Jack Robinson from Liverpool. Kevin Hallaby, who is a regen from Tottenham. Scott Wootton from Leeds. Stephen Hewitt, the regen from Fulham. Jesse Lingard, Van Ginkel, Conway, Enriquez, Woodrow, and then the bench. And then this year's one, you got Gazaniga in goal, Robinson, Boyata, Le Guin, John Stone, Stephen Hewitt, Van Ginkel, John Williams. Oh, that's all seasons. What the hell? This year, Gazaniga, Callum Chambers, Hallaby, Wootton, Robinson, Lingard, Conway, Ginkel, Hewitt, Woodrow, and Enriquez. So there we go for that. There, and then young player went to Barry Beattie from Fulham, young left back, and then Raymond Conway this year for Fulham. He seems for Crewe. He seems to be the stand-up player this year. If we look at the Championship, we can see that Huddersfield won it, then Ipswich and Wigan get promoted. Newcastle still can't go up there. Chester are in the Championship and did well for a first season, very well there. Everton mid-table. Palace actually get relegated to League One there. League One, actually, Halifax win again. They've got double promotion so far, so they've got a very good team there. MK Dons and Bournemouth go up, while Blackpool, Bristol, Bury and Shrewsbury go down. Going up from League Two, Preston, Hull go straight back up. Bury and Notts County, while Torquay and Accrington go down. Then Score Premiers, Cambridge and Lincoln go up. Salisbury, Morecambe, Grimsby and Cheltenham go down. Squirrel North, Corby and Stockport go up. Boston United, Gainsborough, Altrincham go down. And then Squirrel South, Eastleigh, Newport County, Havant and Waterlooville, Hampton and Richmond, and Oxford City go down. So then in FA Cup, Wolves actually won it this year against Man U in the final, which is pretty cool there. And then the Capital One Cup, so last year, Swansea won it 3-1 versus Middlesbrough in extra time. This year, Tottenham beat Chelsea for it. Sorry about that, but yeah. So there's been transfers as well, actually. But as you can see, there are some transfers to Coventry in the past 2 years. So if we look at Coventry, and we look at their history, landmarks, it's very odd. If I go to finances, so new chairman taken over from a fans' trust after the administrator George Christen leaves. So I think, due to the fact they were already in administration, the administration that I put in did not work on them, I think. So they came out of an administration, so they have been making transfers for money, which really is annoying because they're the only team to be doing it. They haven't been doing it for much, but they're still doing it, which is really, really annoying. So they're going to be a random team there. But if we look at the transfers that went on, Pozo went to Dortmund for 15 million. Veljikovic from Tottenham went to Schalke. Christian Cuevas went to Galatasaray. Boateng and Ambrose just small players, and then Coventry bought a lot of players. And then this year they bought some more players, but Koulibaly went to Leverkusen. Julio Plaguezoa went to Valencia. John Fleck went to Guangzhou from Coventry. Varela from Man U went to Stade Rennais. But yeah, general, apart from Coventry, everything's been going pretty well in the transfers and nothing going on there. And otherwise, I think if we look at Europe, it's very... If we go to Europe, actually, itself, we can see the coefficients, nation coefficients. Look at that. England are in 7th with their coefficients. They are improving, I think. But if we look at their qualification places, look at that. They've got one team in the group stage, one in the qualifying round, and they've got 2 in the playoff for the Euro, 1 in the third qualifying and 1 in the second qualifying round. We have none in the group stage for Euros, and we only have 1 in the Champions League group stages, which is absolutely crazy. If we look at Champions League, let's see, Southampton are in the process of a board takeover, so hopefully they don't go out in administration too. But if we look at the Premier League, if we look at the Champions League, last year's one, there we go. We go to playoff. So it was an English team there. There we go. Southampton, they lost to Monaco. And the group stages, Fulham just finished bottom. So I think that was all it is for English teams. Oh, Man U there. They finished thirds. They went to thingamajig. But actually in the final here, look, Barcelona beat Benfica. So Benfica get quite far. And then if we go to the group this year, I think it would be the playoff. I don't want a tree. England, Southampton beat Maccabi Haifa from Israel, which was pretty good. Group stage, there's anyone there? Let's have a look. Southampton came third in their group, so they went to Europa. And then Liverpool came third in their group and went to the Europa. So that was it for that. And Getafe got to the final, which is really odd. They must have a really good team for some reason. But they don't. I don't know this is loading up, so they don't have anyone. But if we look at Europa, look at last season's one. So now we have people in the second qualifying round, I think. So I don't know if it came into effect this year or not, but I can't see any England teams there. So the third qualifying round. There's Chelsea. Chelsea in the third qualifying round, who they beat A Ghent. The playoff. There's Arsenal, who beat Stromsgodets. And then Chelsea beat TPS. And then I think that's it for that. And group stage. Who else is there? Arsenal came third in their group, so they didn't go through. Look at that group, and they finished third. That's ridiculous. Then Everton finished third in their group closely, so they didn't go through. Southampton won their group. Then Chelsea won their group also. And that's all the groups there. First knockout round. Chelsea got through versus Anderlecht, and Southampton went out to Mainz. Man U got through against Metalist. Who else? There's anything else? No. Second knockout round. Chelsea got through versus Club Brugge, and Man U got through versus Roma. So this is pretty far for English teams. The quarterfinal, Man U went out to Juventus, and Chelsea went out to Fiorentina. So that was it for England teams that year. And then Europa League this year. If we look at the second qualifying round, there probably is an English team. English team there in the second qualifying. Arsenal in the second qualifying round beating FC Hacker. Third qualifying round, Arsenal beating Lokomotiv Plovdiv. Then Chelsea beating Mogren there. And then playoff, Arsenal beating Lillestrøm, Man City beating Brøndby, and Chelsea beating Shakhtar Soligorsk. Group stage, I don't know if there's any other teams in there actually. Don't know, don't think so. But then we go group stage. Don't see any teams so far. Wigan actually got through their group. Bloody hell, they came second in their group. Man City came second in their group too, so they got through. Chelsea came third in their group, so they didn't go through. Arsenal came second, so they went through. So the first knockout round, Southampton beat Braga. Man City lost to Spartak Moscow, and Wigan lost to Wolfsburg, and Arsenal lost to Udinese. And Liverpool actually got through. Although they came thirds, and they got through versus Zenit. So second knockout, we only had two English teams. Liverpool beat RC Lens, and Southampton lost at CS Bastia. Quarterfinals, Liverpool went out to Atletico, and that year the finals won by Atletico. So yeah, that is the general gist of things. If you look at the England squad, actually, go to Europe and then England. Let's have a look at the national team. So I'm wondering if it still does have a lot of. Well, it's got Zaha still in it. Lee Shelley from Bayern, who actually. Oh my God, I didn't even see this. Did not see that. West Ham had a young striker who went to Bayern for 19.75 million. Who's in the Wow, that's pretty crazy. So he's playing well there for Bayern Munich. Stephen Hewitt, obviously for Fulham, and Barry Beattie for Fulham. Jerome Sinclair, Alex Thornton, Harry Kane, Eric Dier of Porto, Callum Chambers, Jesse Lingard, Raymond Conway from Crewe, James Ward-Prowse went to Shakhtar. Still got the Celtic players, a few oldies there. Wayne Rooney's still playing, but yeah, I think if we look at the fixtures wise, the past 2 years, if we go to 2018, did they qualify in the end? Oh, they actually did well in the group of the World Cup. Oh yeah, I think we got hit like here. So they beat Uruguay, beat Israel, lost 2-1 to Colombia, then they beat Russia 2-0, and then they beat Australia 7-0. Bloody hell. Then they lost to Croatia in the World Cup second round there. Um, so who won that? Spain won that, as per usual. Then they had a friendly, then Euro qualifying. They drew 1-1 with Latvia, lost to Argentina, beat Lithuania 4-0, beat Italy 2-1. So they're beating bigger teams. Iceland they beat 2-0. Bosnia they drew 1-1. Latvia they beat 4-1. Germany they drew 1-1 with, which isn't bad for the England squad. Lithuania they beat 2-0 again. Germany they drew 1-1 with again. Iceland they beat 2-0. Portugal they lost to in a friendly, and then two friendlies so far. And then the Euro qualifying they came second, so they did qualify in the end. And they got the Slovakia, Sweden, Holland in the European Championship, and then they got World Cup qualifiers, with the big team being Belgium actually. So yeah, if we look at the world rankings, um, where are England? They have dropped 13th. Holland are currently top. Chile are up there. Czech Republic. We're not too far down actually. We have dropped one in the recent times, but not too bad. Not too bad. So I think there's going to be one more of this. Another 3 years actually. So it'll be 10 years away, and then you guys can say if you want more or not or whatever. I think I have another one coming, a different type, to see how it goes. But I'm testing that actually. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of different teams in the Premier League now. So you've got the likes of Coventry, you've got Blackburn, Crewe, Wolves, Nottingham Forest, Birmingham. You did have Leeds and Reading, but Reading got 19 points. My God. But look at that goal difference there. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been Alex, and I'll see you guys later.